Today's video is on Swashbuckler. He is now a backline finesse attack hero. So he was originally on the front line, but seeing as he took up a good frontline slot, even though he was super, weak as far as health goes, they moved him to the backline actually, so he can be more of a use, and you can have two other frontline heroes, so your entire team isn't left without a tank. So as far as stats, I did upgrade him to 5 stars and purple 2, but just so you know, if you ignore these stats right here, he did have about 670 attack damage and then about 6,500 life. So just a bit scaled down from where he's at right now, but a really pretty decent attack speed of 0.51 and then a solid energy generation of 7. So onto skills. I'd say the most important one, I know it's the green skill, but the green skill is the most important because that is what Swashbuckler is all about. So his green skill, Shadow Master, at the beginning of the battle, he fades into the shadows, becoming untargetable until he reaches the enemy backline. So he actually just goes into the battle and then heads straight for the enemy backline. Then he continues to target and attack backline heroes for the rest of the fight. So he just completely ignores the front line and just goes straight for those backline heroes, which is really kind of interesting because those backline heroes tend to be weaker and more ability based and stuff like that. And so his goal is to just destroy them, take them out before they have a chance to do much damage. So this skill does have a chance to fail if you enter a wave with enemies higher than the level of the skill. So this is a skill you gotta have maxed out, or else Swashbuckler's pretty useless because he isn't terribly strong aside from this. He really is a lot more dangerous when he's targeting those backline heroes. I'm onto the white skill. Assault assaults the closest enemy with a flurry of jabs that deal X amount of damage each. If the target dies, the channel is canceled and he gets the remainder of his energy. So this is a channel skill. So you walk up to the enemy, probably in the back line, and then when you click on this skill, he just starts stabbing them with both of his knives, dealing a fair amount of damage for each jab. So kind of nice there. It's a channel skill, and so it's not like it's just a one use and done. It's damage over time. Now the blue skill, this is where a little more strategy comes in. It's sapping slash, so he strikes his target, dealing X amount of damage, actually really good amount of damage, and reduces their energy by 25. So he can be used a lot against certain characters that you don't want firing their abilities off, are really dangerous. So because he's finesse, you are actually going to want to probably use him against a Fury backline that you're trying to get rid of, that you don't want their abilities to go off. And so if you just, look at backline, what kind of Fury heroes we have here. Yeah, Salty Merc, Mystic Punk. Mystic Punk can be a real punk if he gets to do what he wants. But anyways, you just, use that. Now I gotta go find Swashbuckler again. Dang it. You can use that to be able to take out skills that you don't want firing off. I know she's not a Fury hero, but he is pretty useful against Princess Portal, just because if you can stop her from doing that chain lightning damage to your entire team, that's really helpful. So that blue skill is really nice. And then the purple skill is Nimble, dodges one attack every 3 seconds. So that's all right. As far as, he only has the skill because he's kind of weak in the first place. This skill is another one that you have to have leveled up. If the enemies are a higher level, then there's a chance it won't work. It also doesn't work while he's stunned. So he has his use, but it is only to target those backline heroes. If you're not using him against backline heroes specifically, he's going to be pretty weak. He doesn't have any amazing damage or basic attack, so you are going to be relying on the ventilate and then sapping slash a bit to just try and delay those enemies. One thing that is really helpful, you're going to want to make sure you use this guy with Forest Hermit or Dragon Heir, because they give that finesse friend bonus, and he really needs a bonus in order to take out those enemies, as well as Forest Hermit's really helpful because his main skill is a shield, and where Swashbuckler, even with his dodge, he doesn't have a lot of HP, so he's going to need some help there. I'm working on a lineup actually with this hero, as well as some other heroes, and I'll let you know when I have that out. But thanks for watching, and enjoy.